gets me every time.
I love
that movie.
So hyped. Weeks I'm trying to figure out what song is going to be our intro. And for 3 seasons of going, I finally found it. Do you know that the song was actually the guitarist is from Russia?
Really?
Yeah, but this was 3 years ago. This was,
Okay. This is where the P tapes came from.
Yes. I mean, hey, it's like that because I think Game of Thrones was like it's always been a big thing, the Game of Thrones. But I'm just saying, like that was my motive, like to find something so powerful, raw. Oh, all right.
So let's address the obvious.
Obviously. Last week we did not have a show. There was a family emergency that didn't end well. So I want to thank the listeners for understanding that we couldn't have a show last week. My grandfather passed on May 11th. He was 92 years of age. He was an amazing person, amazing grandfather. He was more than a grandfather to me. He was an idol. I mean, the guy, be a man, work, always do what's right, this and that. Went to the military, always told me, join the military. I mean, I watched everything he did, and I just kept doing it. That's why my life has been pretty good in order. Just a little bit about him. He was born in Bizzaquino, Sicily in 1929, where he was an officer for the Italian army. After that, he ended up moving to Brazil. He started a fruit market and owned a bar. During that time, he met, which was my grandmother, which I've never got to meet, but met her in Brazil, brought her back to Sicily, had a little family with my mother, came to America to live the American dream, which there's no such thing as the American dream.
Unfortunately.
But yeah, he's always going to be loved, never forgot. He was a tough guy, 5'9", great personality, role model. I mean, he was it. Like, if you wanted an idea of what a grandfather or father should be, this was the guy. So thank you for all the prayers and the heartfelt thoughts I got on social media. But let's begin the show.
All right.
Jack,
so,
what do you got for the updates?
First of all, to the fans, thanks for understanding. And Vic, I'm really sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
So where you went and had to deal with going to a wake and a funeral, I went to a wedding, which is kind of the same thing. Right? It's a man's first death.
Yeah.
See, we men, we die in portions.
Yeah, that's the start of a game of death.
So no, it was cool, man. It was my wife's family. They had it at some really fancy hall in Long Island. It was fucking dope.
Mm-hmm.
It was a nice break from the kids because you get to go out and hang out. But god damn, that New York City traffic. Fuck New
horrible.
York City. Fuck Jersey traffic. All of that traffic.
All the tri-states.
There's no way. I daydream of killing these fuckers for how shitty they drive. These cab drivers. But for some reason, they're never the one in the car accident. It's always someone else. I never see the cab driver in an accident. It's always someone else, man. And you get into an accident, you block up 2 lanes of traffic. That's all the lanes, by the way.
Yeah, so I mean, we live in a world 2022 where we still haven't figured out how to not make traffic.
Everybody slows down to 3 miles an hour, not because they want to help, but because they just want to, see.
Well, you know what irritates me the most is when people got to look at the other side of the opposite direction of an accident. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Unless you see like an 18-wheeler flipped and something's burning on fire, that's one thing. I give it a little glance.
Yeah.
See a regular car accident, keep driving, man. Who gives a fuck?
I will give it to California, San Diego, you guys out there. Those accidents were worth stopping to look at. Those were, oh my God.
Yeah.
Those were, some of them were see it like crime scene, fucking sheets over people. So you just paint people crumpled up into a paper ball along the concrete barrier.
That's bad.
All right. No shit. A 2-hour backup on the highway because a plane decided to land on the highway, but he wasn't good. He didn't practice like what's his face? Sully. Yeah.
Captain Sully.
He didn't watch Sully. He didn't land it too good. Yeah. But whatever. And
but I wouldn't mind seeing that. You don't see that all the time.
Yeah.
Barbecues, there you go.
Actually, I started to keep a fire hydrant in the car so that I could help out. Those little fucking fire hydrants don't do shit. I don't know why people put them in their cars. It's just to look cool.
Just to make them
You're,
feel better.
you're not going to shut out a fucking fire.
Especially an electrical or gas fire. That's
Yeah.
really not. But would you even stop to give it to them, or would you like
I did
throw
once.
it out your window?
No. I actually got out of my car.
I would drop it like a care package.
Yeah. No, I was looking for any reason to get home later.
Oh, okay.
So, but not be at work at the same time. I needed, I stopped to help someone's car fire.
Yeah. So what Jack is referring to, like when you get married or in a relationship, you never want to just go from where you were straight home.
No.
Men, we have to make a stop, whether it's at a bar, at a fucking car barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah. And an excuse just to not show up on time.
Pretty much. But I think I understand why New York City traffic is as bad as it is. And I'm pretty sure it's so that the cars have to move slow enough that they can't injure all the homeless people walking around.
Yes.
So it's so it's like everybody's doing 3 miles an hour, so no one can claim they got hit by a car. And they give them just enough time for them to come up to your car with their sign.
Yeah.
And you got
homeless people don't even want to wash windows no more. They just come up to your car for money. They don't even want to work for it.
No. Because I mean, there's plenty of people that are getting it without having to fucking wash windows. There's people that are washing windows though that are making what $15 an hour now, which
really
doesn't make any sense. If you can wash a window, go be a window washer and make your money. Why are you? You gotta,
Yeah, I think they did a test. Like the average homeless person earns up to $150 a day.
A day
with change in singles. Yeah.
Oh, there's no point in this then. We got to shut this down because apparently we're doing it wrong.
Yeah. Oh boy.
I know. Well, sorry about that, guys. Daddy duties.
Duties.
Took care of that. So anyway, just to round that out, the wedding was great.
Well, we just went from the homeless thing to the wedding.
Right. Well, we went from the wedding to traffic to homeless people. But no, the wedding was dope, man.
How was the food? Good?
Yeah, the food was all right.
It was all right?
I don't mean to criticize.
Did they had
too
shrimp
harshly
at cocktail hour?
They did.
They did have cocktail shrimp?
Oh, yeah.
It's becoming like a new norm where people are not having cocktail shrimps at a cocktail hour. I think everyone should have a raw bar.
They had a bunch of different, all right. So here's brutal honesty, all right? The food
Honestly,
was
the best policy.
Yeah, the food, whether it was cocktail hour or not, I feel like I've definitely been and had better.
Yeah.
That food was probably cooked all day, or maybe yesterday, and sat.
No, really.
I'm just saying, some of it was kind of Boston Market-ish. It was not the best, but it was good. There was definitely a lot more attention paid to the entertainment.
Okay.
It was like it was like EDC. It was like all EDM music, and there was no
Electric Zoo. Papa Molly.
No, but hey, I guess that's where. And let me know in the comments. Tell me if I'm right or wrong here, because I have only been to this one so far. Are more weddings becoming more EDM music? Leaving and excluding the generations that came before, so that everybody can jump up and down to. I mean, don't get me wrong.
That was the whole 5 hours.
It was pretty much, yeah. They tried to
God.
switch to some Spanish music, and I was starting to feel it. I was like, all right. And just maybe the first 30 seconds of the song, and then they switched right back into fucking.
Yeah, so I'm assuming a lot
drums.
of people were on. They were tripping.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And this is bride and groom, mom, dad, everybody's there. Like,
but I think a wedding should have those old songs for the old folks. More now generation, some throwbacks, but 5 hours of boom, 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 boom. No, I'd walk, I'd leave.
Yeah.
And then every wedding should have a cocktail, a raw bar in the cocktail hour.
Yeah,
because I don't even need to know about the rest of the wedding. Like I will, if there's a raw bar and I get my shrimp cocktail, little prosciutto. Automatically the card, I'll lick it, I'll seal it. That's what I'm giving you. That's the max. You're getting, between $250 a person.
Yeah.
As soon as you don't have a raw bar and you don't have this, you don't have that, that's when I start pulling out a 20 here, pulling out a 20 there. Yeah. Because I know you didn't spend that much money.
No. Actually, to be completely honest with you, we forgot to put money in. Well, we didn't give the card because I forgot to me. All right. I forgot. All right. Amanda, I forgot.
She don't.
She
By the
does.
time she listens, it'll be like a year. We'll be on season 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. I forgot the money, so we gotta
right.
sell them or some shit.
So we're good for the update.
For my update, we're good. The wedding was good. You want me to go into the?
Yeah. So what's
All
going
right.
to be on today's show? Jay?
So on today's show, we will be going over some quick info about monkeypox. Stick around for that. After, we'll show you the results of our internet digging to find some celebrities. We did a little private eye investigations to hear from some people that we haven't seen from in a while and catch up onto their shenanigans a little later on. After that, we'll jump into my news, some Jack news around Biden's fake friends. And that's followed by Amber Heard, Johnny Depp update. You won't want to miss that. And we'll round out the show if there's any time by butt chugging an IPA, but only if there's time.
Nice. Yeah, so for Jack's news, we've been keeping up with the Johnny Depp versus Heard. So, but anyways.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Just little updates. But actually, this is the only reason that I haven't brought up or spoken more about it is because there's only a few things that really matter about it. Everybody else is trying to make news out of nothing. But this is actually something. So
I like, all right. So we'll get into that, but let's get into monkeypox. I mean,
have you heard? I mean, it's sweeping the nation.
I heard of it 4 days ago.
Yeah,
I heard about it 4 days ago, and actually there was a meme of the movie Joker, the recent one that just came down. It was him coming down the stairs with it, and then it said COVID, showing monkeypox their new office.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Because now you gotta understand, this is we're getting closer to another election year, so why not? Yeah,
you gotta increase the.
I thought they would have fucking monkeypox would have come out in the beginning of 2023 just to get the election year ready, but there are elections going on now, so I guess we're gonna slowly transition into monkeypox. But Jack, take it
Pennsylvania.
away. What the fuck is monkeypox?
The Pennsylvania primaries were just
that looks
a couple,
disgusting.
maybe a week or two ago. So it looks gross, as you've pointed out.
Yeah, it looks like sores and bumps all over someone's body.
They're pitted.
Looks like a picture of someone with AIDS.
Yeah, they essentially get big blisters, and then after the blister pops, it's pitted like it ate the inside of. It's gross. So it's definitely not something you want, and it's not a fucking. It does not fuck around. It will eat you alive and kill you within, I think it was 10 days. But when I scroll down the facts, I'll let you know. But its origins.
5 days to flatten the curve for monkeypox.
Yeah. Well, its origins are from Africa. So monkeypox came from Africa. And that's not a joke. It's just inconveniently racist. We couldn't call one of the COVID flavors one of the names of COVID because it was too closely resembling a Chinese guy's name.
Okay,
but we can call this monkeypox.
Yes,
that's perfectly fine. All right. Usually found in parts of Central and West Africa, particularly in areas of tropical rainforest, so the wetlands, and the animal to human movement. It's bite, scratch, bodily fluids, if you guys, little man-on-man contact. So it's like the new AIDS that, again, I don't know if this is intentionally something, but why do they always tie it back to monkeys labeled with Africa? Because there's monkeys all over the world, but they always seem to do this. So I don't get it.
I don't know.
So the Forest News is the one that I'm getting the information from, and most of the spread of monkeypox has come from what's called bushmeat, which is what they eat in Africa.
That was my middle name.
Bushmeat. Yeah. I'm pretty certain I've run into a stripper who's that's what was hers.
Yeah.
So bushmeat, aka porcupine, aka pouched rat, and duikers, which is small antelope. So basically whatever they find in the forest. That's bushmeat, and it's up to 6 million tons a year gets taken out of the Congo.
Wow.
And this is where this disease is pretty much festering. Its percentage death ratio, check this out, 3 to 6% of people that get it will die.
Will die. So 50%.
50%. This has been going on. It's already been here since 2021 in the States. Since
Why hasn't no one made a fuss about it then?
Well, because we got to worry about COVID.
Yes.
Do you know what COVID's death rate is? I said 3 to 6%.
It's like less than 1%, isn't it?
It is 1.2%.
Oh, there you go.
So we were, but I mean, much more people died from COVID in, nursing homes. And
we didn't get into it, but COVID is on everyone's death certificate.
Yeah, pretty much. Shotgun blast to the face.
Yeah, shotgun blast to the face. If you had COVID, it was labeled COVID death, and that is true. You could check the CDC and all that. And
yeah. So according to the always accurate and never lying WHO, monkeypox is less contagious than smallpox, and smallpox had a 66% death ratio. Like, that will fuck you up. That will kill you. It's worse than tossing a coin.
I think I had to take a smallpox shot before I went overseas in the military.
Yeah. So, and it's not as bad as smallpox, but it's also worse than COVID. But it hasn't spread, so who knows? First 2 cases were reported in 2021 in Texas and Maryland. Each reported people had recent travel to Nigeria.
Really?
Yeah. So the latest has been found in Florida. That just is what it is.
Wasn't it in it was in Massachusetts as well, no?
Massachusetts, Texas, those were the first 2, and then recently, from what I've seen, there was that one in Florida. So
right now, just the kind of red states.
Wear your mask. Don't have sex with anyone. Lock down. Shut the restaurants down.
Yeah.
No, don't do any of that. Actually, so if it travels with spit and exchange of fluids, it's just.
Well, how does one get it?
People. If you come in contact with somebody else who has it, or if you eat the food that comes from the
Congos.
The Congos, yeah.
What about sexually?
Lesion. Well, I mean, if you're having certain types of sex, that's there's bodily fluid exchange there. Yes,
that's nasty.
Yes, so no blood brothers. I don't know if anybody used to do that. What the fuck? Yeah. Stupid. What was that? The movie with the honeymoon where they go to Vegas. The Hangover, where they fucking cut his hand and he's blood brothers.
Oh, I don't remember that part.
That was hilarious.
No.
So, yeah, this is pretty nasty, but I don't think we need to worry.
Well, this is the first.
Do you think we need to worry about this?
I mean, it's election year, so I mean, I'm not worried about it. I know I'm not getting it.
No.
How would I get it?
I don't know. Maybe you like to eat little antelope.
No.
No antelope in your fridge. All right.
That's disgusting, dude. Yeah, you guys really listening, go on Google and type in monkeypox and hit images.
Pouched rat? No
I feel like it's just AIDS with a different name.
Yeah, it's what it kind of sounds like, because they're giving you the same worries, not the same. Like, nobody was like, oh, careful, COVID might be a sexually transmitted, even though it totally can be fucking transmitted. Mm-hmm. If you're having sex with somebody that has COVID, it would only make sense, but they didn't touch that. I don't know why they always go this way when it comes to things that come out of Africa. Like, I didn't say it. You said it. Yeah.
But we'll keep tabs on it. We'll see how it's going to affect our everyday lives, and if we go back into a shutdown, or
let's see what more freedoms we can give up so that we can protect ourselves from from the monkeypox. Fucking ridiculous. Oh my god.
Yeah. Anyways, let's move it on. Another segment. I just figured we throw it in. We have like 4 fucking celebrities. They're well known. Everyone should know who these people are. What are they famous for, and where are they pretty much today or within the last few months? Home Alone star, Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin, yeah.
Yes, he was a childhood star 1990 and 1992 for the Home Alone series, where he played Kevin McAllister. Mm-hmm. Was he like found in an alleyway or something? Like, where did his life go wrong? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, he had a great run. He was a huge child star, and I think at that point he was the most paid out of the children acting. He was definitely top 1 getting paid.
Yeah.
Fun fact, he had a relationship with Mila Kunis. That's what I read. I don't know if it was any sexually, but for 8 years.
It had to be
years,
sexual.
so, yeah, you got to stick it in once.
I mean, if he could do it.
Yeah. So I had no idea. And, he's featured on some shows. I don't know if they're really that mainstream, but, he's still collecting his royalty check from Home Alone. So he's doing good. He did turn to drugs. He had multiple arrests for possession of a controlled substance.
So that makes sense because I'm looking at this picture and he looks like an albino rat.
Yeah, he almost looks like, if you're familiar with the series Shameless, the father plays Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like that's where he's heading down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'd like to see him in future movies.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind. I mean, I've seen him growing up.
Older Macaulay Culkin, but actually playing some serious roles. I would be all right with that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think he's a great actor. He was a member of an underground rock band called Pizza Underground. Go figure. It had to be an all-white band. Yeah. And he had a friendship with Michael Jackson, whom Michael Jackson made him the godfather of his daughter, Paris Jackson, where he hangs out and gets his toenails painted. But you think he ever got touched?
I think anyone that came within 6 feet of Michael Jackson has a right to claim some kind of...
And 10 and under, right?
And 10 and under, yeah. Must be this high to ride this ride.
Yeah. He definitely gave him a good game spank.
I don't know. I want to believe all men, Well,
I mean, he claimed, himself, Macaulay Culkin claimed that's never been an issue, never happened. We were just friends.
Yeah.
But come on, man. I think he was in the middle of, what is he, in his 30s, 40s, Michael Jackson, and you're friends with a 15-year-old like that? It's kind of...
All right. So I don't understand how or why any grown man, and just from my perspective, would desire to spend time with a 5-year-old.
Yeah. And
any reason. Give me, multiple,
unless that was your niece, nephew, or son or daughter, that's one thing.
Is it just me? Or I just think that that's a little weird.
It is weird. Well, how about it's weird that the parents, Michael wants all your children to sleep over his house tonight. Oh, yeah, sure.
Well, I mean, yeah. But
would you let your 7-year-old go sleep at Michael Jackson? I get it. He was a star.
I wouldn't, not under the pretext that he would be sleeping in the bed with him. But if he was going over Michael Jackson's house to play with Michael Jackson's kids, hold on, to play with Michael Jackson's kids,
I don't think back.
I don't know either.
I'm telling you,
he didn't.
No, he was just inviting kids to come over his
that's
branch.
Fucking weird.
Yeah. What about the parents?
Yeah,
I would never let my kid sleep over anyone's house. I don't care how big of a celebrity they are.
I guess, but then they all came out with fat checks, didn't they?
You could send one of the kids in there. Yeah, you could send the third one in there, right?
It came out with nice fat checks. So, I mean, maybe it was...
All right, so maybe one kid's not bad if you have 2 or 3 kids.
Yeah. Just send the one that's not the brighter one. Just send the one that's like, where you're like, yeah, you're gonna work hard.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Let me save you the trouble.
You're gonna be dealing or something. So let me try to hook you up while I can. And that's how we got Hunter Biden.
I can't believe that. Yeah. The smartest person he knows. That's Joe Biden. The smartest person he knows is Hunter Biden.
Jesus Christ.
He never met us.
No.
We would be intelligent. We'd be the most intelligent people you've ever met.
He would have us running the country. I'm pretty sure. There's no way that well, I mean,
did you hear what Musk said the other day? He's like,
concerning?
the person who controls the monitor is the person who's running the country.
The person that controls the monitor?
The teleprompter.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the one reading it.
Yeah.
The one reading it has zero understanding of what the fuck is going on right now.
So let's move along. In the 90s, Kenan and Kel, man. They had a show, All That, in 1994 to 99, and then they had the Kenan and Kel show from 1996 to early 2000s. We all know Kenan. He's got a successful career with being a star on the SNL, but where's Kel Mitchell? Kel's a family man now, He's hasn't fully retired from the acting, but he became a youth pastor. So in other words, he's not doing good in the acting career. So, but during an interview, Kel did say that Kenan wanted to start doing things on his own. That's what caused the separation. They really did stop talking at one point. I felt like Keenan Thompson wanted to have his name for his name. He didn't want to be known as, oh, Keenan from Keenan and Kel. He wanted, and which I totally agree.
Yeah.
So eventually they ended up splitting up, but that's just how it is. It's a little bit of a struggle, but he's doing good for himself. I mean, he appears here and there on some shows, but other than that, he went through a little struggle. His first baby mother had not really baby mother, but his first wife, they were pregnant, and then obviously the kid wasn't his. So that's when he took a little toll, and he went down a little dark hole.
That sucks.
Yeah, but and then it says eventually him and Keenan did actually end up getting back together, and they're trying to start like this whole other thing. But I think Keenan just feels bad for him.
Huh.
But I mean, he's doing well. He looks healthy. He looks good. He's clean. He has a family, has a kid. He's a youth pastor. I mean, that's it. Listen.
I feel bad, man. Because now whenever I hear shit like that, I'm like, he was married to somebody like Jada Smith. You know, like just fucking
Tupac.
I feel bad. Anybody that's got to deal with that shit. Fucking. And I don't necessarily agree. I mean, I'm not the professional that was in his shoes, but I don't really agree with how he said he needed to distance himself, because plenty of people started off as a duo, and then
they were a pretty iconic duo for, children and I guess early teens and the Nickelodeon industry. But I mean, I could see where he's coming from. You do want to like not be remembered as Keenan from Keenan and Kel. I mean, he's got a great success career. Keenan.
Yeah, but all right, so they're my Key and Peele, right?
Yes.
Key and Peele is also Key and Peele for me, but
yeah,
they were my first
duo,
fucking hilarious duo that applied to my age when I was watching it.
Yeah.
So Key and Peele figured it out.
They did. But they're much older. Their audience is a little more adultish, so they can do. I mean, if you did something for kids, I get it. Some people make a career just doing shows for kids, but I guess he wanted to get more on the adult side. I don't know. Maybe Kel was more of just a kid his whole life, like mentality-wise, acting-wise, not actuality.
Yeah, no, I get you. By the way, I wanted to put one caveat to what I said earlier about if you're a grown man and you want to hang out with a 5-year-old or a group of 5-year-olds. No, hold on. There's one caveat. Mr. Rogers.
Yes.
He's the only fucking guy that I would allow to run a daycare. After that,
daycare.
I don't give a fuck if you were a Teletubby. I don't give a fuck if you were behind the Barney
mask.
mask.
Sleeping over.
No. Get the fuck out of here.
Who's behind the Barney mask? Actually, we should cover that. Who's behind all these that's a good idea.
Oh, yeah?
Let's write that in. Who's behind all these masks? Like Barney, the Teletubbies.
I got to fact check myself because I'm pretty sure that one of the people that was in a Teletubby suit got arrested for like pedophilia or something crazy like that.
I guarantee Disney hired them on the spot.
Probably, yeah. And now he
now runs Disney. He's one of the managers.
Yeah, and the CNN writer.
Yes. All right. So some of you might know this guy. I mean, if you're into the WWF back in the day, WWE today, the wrestler Iron Sheik. The Iron Sheik.
This guy
he was a maniac.
Mean.
Yeah, and he's a maniac. Professional wrestler. He was back then with the WWF. He was the World Heavyweight Champion back in 1983.
Yeah.
He won the WWF Tag Team Champion. I believe he won it at the first WrestleMania that was at Madison Square Garden.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and then he was inducted to the WWE Hall of Fame in 2005. And what brings him, so you know how we have the Keenan and Kel, like the duo?
Yeah.
Well, he had the duo rivalry, which was always the Hulk Hogan. Now,
really?
Yeah, and they hated each other, like legit hated each other. Because I guess backstage, the Sheik said, Hulk was always hard to work with. Whenever he would win the belt, he didn't want to give it up or, make the match look a little like Hulk, I guess, had a little narcissism in him. Narcissism, sorry.
You think?
Yeah. Well, fucking roids can do a lot of things.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, that was the iconic wrestling rivalry during during the 80s. So what's he been up to every day? I mean, if you go on Twitter, I followed the Sheik on Twitter.
The real
Iron Sheik. Right. Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, the real Iron Sheik. I mean, he tweets the words "fuck jabroni," "fucking bitch, dumb bitch, in no particular order, but that's usually his tweets. Like, for instance, I pulled up, he goes, in a blink of an eye, go fuck yourself. fuck the peppermint patty.
What?
Yeah, exactly. Only a selected group of elite people can go fuck themselves. And that's all he talks about. It's like every day he posts one thing that pretty much tells you to go fuck yourself.
Just sounds like.
Yeah, and then he's always after people. He thinks people owe him money. Because I guess he didn't end with the WWEF in good terms, where he might have been owed money, or he just wasn't getting paid what he thought he should be getting paid. But I mean, like I said, he's still gonna go down as an iconic wrestler. Everyone knows his name. He's fucking crazy though.
I never watched. I never ever watched. My dad would never let me watch that stuff, or TV, just in general. But I do believe I remember hearing his name. He looks like he's got an accent. Like
it's the thick accent. You're a fucking jabroni.
Like that, really?
Oh, he's from he's an Iranian wrestler.
All right.
Yeah, no, he's a thick accent. We'll play it when we're off set.
I can't imagine what it would be like to be in training camp with these fucking.
Yeah, he was tall too. I think he was like 6'1".
Yeah,
pretty tall guy. Look at that stash, huh?
Jesus Christ.
Then we have another whack
wearing
job.
The picnic table on his head. The picnic fucking thing on his head. I hate that shit. I mean, I don't know if it has any kind of
I think it's
religious
a
thing, but it's whatever.
Or just to get his head out of the sun.
And from a fashion, I can judge fashion and fashionably that it's not.
You think? That's probably going to be the next big thing.
I don't give a fuck. I'm allowed to judge.
Sure.
God put me on this planet.
Yeah. He could also take you out. Yeah. No, okay. All right, so for the last one, right? That's it. I think we're on our last one. He's also a fucking whack job, but he's an awesome whack job. Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman had a professional basketball career with the NBA. He started his career with the Detroit Pistons, moved to the San Antonio Spurs, then played with his iconic team, the Chicago Bulls, back with Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Where it was like the primetime television. I mean, everybody, even if you weren't a basketball fan, you were watching the Chicago Bulls back in the 90s.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah, and he was a savage player on the court, man. He was the rebounding monster, tough guy, fucking also weird. He had a 2-month romantic relationship with the singer Madonna, which I knew.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was briefly married to Carmen Electra, which was probably like my third crush ever in the world. He's been married and divorced 3 times. And I believe one of his marriages lasted less than 3 months. So he was like the man Kardashian.
Yeah,
just
he
actually had a successful story and he made it. Yeah. He didn't have to suck dick.
He had to practice at being good. He had to actually show up.
Yeah, he had to actually show up, train, make it, go through college.
Listen, 73 cents on the dollar. You shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah, exactly. So the article that I read. So the article I read, and this was back then, I'm sure his numbers have been up. He slept with over 2,000 women. He admits 500 of them were at least prostitutes. Back in 2013, Rodman went to North Korea to host the exhibition basketball game where he met the North Korean dictator leader Kim Jong-un.
Oh, you play ball here?
Yeah. Yo, this Dennis Rodman, man. Don't fuck with him. He my right hand man.
He's a bull.
Yeah. A Chicago Bull, too. He shoots you in the face.
That's funny. Did you watch the Netflix special on them, man? No,
I did not, actually.
So good.
Is it?
So good. Like, so I was also not raised watching sports. Thanks, Dad.
No wrestling, no sports, nothing.
Yeah. But I still knew who the Bulls were, Michael Jordan was. It managed to, that information managed to leap news, TV, like just everything, and it managed to find me, and I still know about it. But now I get to experience through that documentary, like what it felt like, all of the games and all of the challenges and how they were just kept coming back and all the nonsense with Dennis Rodman here. So Dennis Rodman he played hard, but he also like party hard.
Oh man.
So, but and Michael knew that. So he was the only one on the team that was allowed to just fuck off and like show up to practice late and do all this shit. Like,
well, he was gonna do it anyway. So
because he was gonna do it anyway. But if you didn't get on his bad side, he played really well for you. So Jordan was just like, let him, like, fuck it, let him.
Yeah. I don't know
if he
if
brings us the W, who gives a shit?
I don't know if it's true, but I think one day they had to like pull him out of the bed. He was so fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. So The Last Dance on Netflix, it's the last thing that Netflix has worth watching.
Oh, it's still on there?
I believe so.
You believe so?
And if not,
all right,
you'll find a way. Gotta go find an agent that sells DVDs.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
So, like I said,
I have all 5 pod.
yeah,
No head camera. No head camera.
yeah, 5 for 20. Yeah. So he fucking met Kim Jong Un, which that guy can go fuck himself. Here's a little funny thing.
Yeah.
He broke his penis 3 times. I know one of the stories he was sharing. It was on a show I listened to. This woman enjoyed sex a lot. And, like when you're in sex, you start saying little ridiculous, crazy things. So she was like, I want you to jump in my pussy. And you don't tell a crazy motherfucker that, especially someone who's fucking played basketball, who jumped his whole life.
Yeah.
So the idiot, Rodman, fucking winds back. They're on a king-size bed.
He's probably got to get enough height to land.
Yeah, I don't know what he did, but he literally jumped into some pussy. Definitely, he missed, obviously, and broke his penis, causing it to bleed. Oh, my God, it's fucking disgusting.
Rather get monkeypox.
No, I'd rather break my penis. Yeah, I'd rather would break my penis, 100%.
Yeah.
That must be so painful, though.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, because I don't think it goes in a cast. I think you just can't use it. I know there's a lot more to it. Like, he had like a surgery. I mean, he was peeing blood. I don't think he could be erect for like 4 months. It just wasn't happening. But now he's living in Florida. That's where he's at. He's chilling. He's probably up to 3,000 women and 1,000 prostitutes. That's what I would assume.
I have no idea how he makes money these days, though.
No, but I think his net worth is 500,000, which it's not a lot, but hey,
but you can't take that out of the bank.
Yeah, but I'm sure he's making money somehow. He's got money.
Curious.
Yeah.
It's got some clothing line and some shit. We'll bring it up next time. That's something I definitely want to know.
Oh, yeah.
Probably royalties on his old games or some shit, on his old merch.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
I don't know.
I mean,
how do has-beens make money?
He could sign autographs, go to Barnes and Nobles.
Yeah, start signing on the book that you never wrote because you don't know.
You ready for Jack's news?
Let's do it.
Jack, what do we got?
All right. In a post from the New York Post, audit found that half of Joe Biden's Twitter followers are fake.
Really?
Half of them. He has 22.2 million Twitter followers, which, if you do the math,
11.1.
11.1 million Twitter followers. We can't get 5 fake followers, man. The audit was done by a software firm called SparkToro, and they found that 49.3 of the president's followers are fake followers. And this is really no big deal since half the people he sees and speaks with daily are also not really there.
Yeah.
So
are they going to audit the votes?
I have no idea. Why would they audit the votes?
I don't know.
These can't be.
I mean, he's the most popular at 81 million votes. Over 81 million votes.
No, that doesn't. No, one's an election, the freest and fairest.
Yeah.
And
dead people voting.
This is a company.
Yeah. You think they were hired by Musk?
No, I think that these were just purchased.
They were waiting. I'm pretty sure they had this information a while, and they were just waiting to come out with it.
Oh yeah. Well, we're finding out day by day that there's always more layers to this onion of the fucked up shit that is being done to boost numbers in some, boost numbers like costs of things while giving money away and making other numbers smaller.
Yeah.
Like how much baby formula there is.
Oh, that's another thing. It's crazy. Mexico is fully stocked. Canada is fully stocked. Europe is fully stocked. And the United States is not. I mean, we're the last of freedom.
And we can't buy any because we just sent $44 billion to go protect the land somewhere off in the distance. I don't want to even bring it up, but
Yeah.
can you believe that? Like we're literally can't we don't have enough shit for us here, but we're protecting the people on the border and in other countries.
And
Makes
we're still
sense to
trying to get more billions of dollars to send overseas.
Makes absolute sense to me. So, yeah, Elon Musk, by the way, was going to buy Twitter, essentially giving us back our town square, not taking and banning people like the former president Trump.
Which he said if he
banned.
wanted to come back on, you're more than welcome
He was more
to.
than, right. Well, if he bought it, which he still hasn't, because he wanted to look under the hood before, he drove off in the Camaro of freedom, but they didn't let him look at the paperwork. He asked, they didn't even show him the Carfax. Like they didn't even want to give him any information as to what it was that he was buying.
Is that possible?
Well, it's possible. They own it and they say they don't want to show you, then it's but because you've been audited that 5%. Oh, sorry, that you have so many fake accounts. Then Elon Musk turns around and says, show me where less than 5% of the, it turned out that they couldn't prove that there were less than 5% of bots. He thinks it's actually more like 20% of Twitter doesn't really exist. 20% of a company that's worth billions doesn't really exist. So he's not going to buy it if they don't show.
But he is the biggest shareholder, right? So he does. I mean, I could have sworn he bought it. Like,
he didn't.
I know it still has paperwork and shit to do, but
no, he didn't buy it outright.
He didn't.
As far as I looked it up just right before the show, just to make sure there were no updates.
You sure?
Just before the show,
because he is the owner of Twitter, though.
He's the largest shareholder, right?
Okay.
But he doesn't own the whole company, because if he owned the whole company, that'd be a totally different thing.
All right.
So he now still owns a shit product called Twitter, but I think it'll make him money in the end.
I don't think he's doing it for money.
I don't think so either.
He's just doing it as a fuck you.
But as more people...
Yeah, like why make your own platform when you just buy a platform? It's already made.
Why?
Because to start a platform from the ground up could take years.
Yeah, not only that, but you also shut out other people that were initially...
You already have the followings. You have...
Yeah. But Twitter...
I don't get Twitter, though. I'm not really a Twitter. I'm an Instagram guy. I just don't... Like, you're definitely more of a Facebook guy.
I'm a Facebook
I'm an Instagram guy. Twitter is just the...
Yeah. But imagine you go to buy a company. You're about to spend $44 billion to buy a company. And you're like, well, your company has X amount of fucking followers.
Mm-hmm.
Show me that less than 5% of all of those followers. Show me that less than is the bots, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to see more than, and they couldn't prove that. So he's like, oh yeah, so it's a bigger number than 5, huh?
So he's thinking it's 20%. Yeah.
I'm not, and I would back out too. I wouldn't fucking spend that much. So on to the next. We got 7. You good? All right.
Just got to keep drinking water here.
So yeah, I'm not one to argue with him, but I think it's higher than 20%. On to the next saga. On to the next step of this Amber Heard bullshit. I don't know if everyone is abreast of the situation, but she had initially pledged to donate $7 million of her hard-earned and well-deserved settlement monies to charity when she was in court in Australia when she got her divorce. And she hasn't given it as of yet, although she definitely pledged that she would.
Well, she pledged. She's pledged now, but back then she said, I did donate.
Right. In Australia, she said that she did donate.
She did donate. Now she's in court under oath, I pledged.
Right. Yes. Yeah. So in court, she was pressed super hard about that money, and she really tried to hide the fact that she didn't pay it.
Mm-hmm.
But something in me tells me that she literally doesn't understand the difference between paying something and pledging to pay for something, because she probably never had to pay for anything.
Yeah. Joe Biden pledged. Biden pledged to be the greatest president we're ever going to see.
He was going to unite us.
He's probably going to go down as the worst president.
He has the lowest numbers. Oh, and the highest rates of inflation in the highest consecutive amount of days.
Yes. We got to do a whole
Knocking
Joe
them all out of the
Biden
park.
thing. Yes.
So we got a little clip to show you on this.
All right, let's play the first few whatever during. This is the pledge that Amber Heard and Depp's attorney is going to go on there.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Sitting here today, you have not donated the $7 million donated, not pledged, donated the $7 million divorce settlement to charity.
I use pledge and donation synonymous with one another. They
But
do
I
the same
don't.
thing.
Miss Heard, I don't use it synonymously.
That's how donations are paid.
Miss Heard, respectfully, that's not my question. As of today, you have not paid $3.5 million of your own money to the ACLU.
Nope.
Yes or no?
Not even.
I have not yet.
No.
And as of today,
But I
you have
pledged.
not paid $3.5 million of your own money to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, correct?
I have not yet. Johnny sued me.
She
So
said,
as
fuck
of
those
today,
kids.
Yeah.
you have not donated,
It sounds good.
paid
Yeah.
$7 million
Well, pledge
of your
always sounds
divorce
good.
settlement to charity, right?
I have not been able to fulfill those obligations yet.
Just say no.
And
Yeah.
that's because
A simple no wouldn't
Just
hurt.
say no.
didn't you?
I didn't want anything and I didn't get anything.
You wanted Mr. Depp's money.
Duh.
Didn't get it. Wasn't interested in it.
And
I
the
love
partner.
Johnny. That's why I was with him.
You wanted praise for donating the money, right?
That's incorrect.
You wanted good press.
Duh.
In general, one does want good press. Yes.
All right. Well, that's that.
So,
So,
yeah.
she pledged.
Did you hear what she said, though? She goes, I use the word pledge and donate synonymously.
Yes.
That's like saying I use the word sex and rape synonymously. No,
So fun.
two totally different things. One is not the other. you need to seriously look up the definitions here.
Yeah.
Because
So she thought if she pledged, that's meaning it's going to go there. But when I'm ready, no. You stated that you have donated. You did already. Like everything was done.
like as in past tense.
Yes.
So
Lies.
She continues.
Believe all women. Hashtag.
yeah, believe all women. Duh. She continues. She goes when and I'm summarizing here. She goes, yeah, it's like when you buy a house. You don't buy the house. Yeah, you fucking do.
Yeah.
You might take a loan out, but that loan is yours. That means you spent. You have negative money.
Yeah.
But that's still money you spent. You
Exactly.
Stupid fucking whore.
Stop being.
Cannot stand it. But you see what I'm saying? Like how removed this woman is from
And
fucking reality.
And it's not just her. This is anyone who just beats around the bush. I mean, a simple no would have been fine. And then the attorney would have went on to their next thing.
Right.
But you had to stretch that and make yourself look like a complete fucking idiot. I mean, the jury already knows. They have to know.
Yeah.
You think they know?
She's
They gotta know.
she reminds me of somebody that's like fake drowning in the ocean
Yeah.
where they're
Just stand up, bitch.
That's not how drowning people drown. She doesn't know the difference between pledge and donate. She thinks punching and hitting are not the same thing. So I slapped you. I didn't
Yeah.
hit you. I punched you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't be a bitch,
got
Johnny.
it. Huge difference. This lady lives in a world that morphs to her own convenience. Like,
Yeah.
just she needs to change it to fit the
crazy.
words that she uses. So apparently, her argument might also mean that she lied under oath.
Yeah,
Which
she did lie
is
on their oath.
The only thing and the only reason that this is even on the show today, because up until now, it's been bullshit news. Not bullshit news. We come up with interesting stuff, but
Yes.
nothing that could really stick as a, well, now you're going to get a fine. Now you're going to get a penalty. Now you're going to, you're going to go in the books as having broken a law. And that law, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you perjury.
Yes.
Fucking, and you know what? I don't believe that she's going to get any kind of real, probation, time served,
Nah,
maybe
she's
a
got
fucking
nothing, yeah.
$100,000
First-time
fine.
offense.
Yeah. So, yeah, if she was a regular person, she would, but she's not. So
But she is losing this case.
She's losing this
And
case.
well, like I said,
she's losing any future jobs. She's losing.
Well, she already lost to Aquaman.
Nice.
I think they're
Aquaman.
taking her out of whatever part she did for Aquaman 2. I think they pretty much took her out of it, and
Oh man,
they probably got to build around it now.
who do you think they're gonna get?
I don't think they're
play
going to
the
get
part.
anyone. I don't know.
No, they're just gonna.
Margot Robbie.
You know what? We've done enough females on this show that
Yeah.
are causing us problems.
Oh, they said hire an old woman. It would be great.
Yeah.
The only good thing is you get to pay them less. That's about it.
Yeah. But as we saw from Aquaman, they don't really need to know how to act either.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So that good episode. Little choppy. But let me
it
end
was
it
good.
out. Yeah. So next week is going to be Memorial Day weekend. As you know, we've been doing our annual Memorial Day special drops every year. Jack brought up a good thing. So we're going to be playing this kind of prediction game where we're going to list on what's going to happen in the next 10 days from that episode. And then the following episode, we'll see if anything come true.
Yeah.
And just to let you guys know that fantasy football will be coming shortly. And then I'm going to be doing some segments like I did last year, maybe give some tips and shit.
Yeah.
And just see how that goes. But
Maybe
other
get
than
some
Jack,
people, maybe get some people that good trophy.
yeah, get a trophy.
You know,
I don't
follow
know.
us.
But other than Jack, what do we got?
I want to tell everybody
Ooh.
here that I really appreciate you guys for following us. Stay tuned for the next one. We love you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, thanks for following us. I know last week was that thing, but we're coming back. We're coming back strong. We got Memorial Day weekend barbecues next
Oh,
week.
yeah.
We shoot another episode. It'll be dropping on Monday. But other than that, I think we're good. We're going to stay healthy. We're going to barbecue.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Do
yeah.
all that fun stuff.
We're gonna have us some meat on the barbecue.
Yeah, I think Kim Jong-un's coming.
Yeah.
Said he bringing Dennis Rodman. Anyway, UnFollowVic, episode 3.
Peace.